Look at the internal logic of Elon Musk's companies. Instead of scattered tech startups, they function as specialized R&D departments for a single massive project. Tesla develops the computer vision and robotics required for labor on a dead planet. Starlink provides the high-bandwidth telecom infrastructure for a world without a ground-based grid. This entire portfolio, and the personal wealth it generates, exists to fund a singular objective: colonizing Mars. This is a complete, modular toolkit designed for humanity's survival on another planet. To understand the motivation behind a planetary escape hatch, we have to look at the Fermi paradox. Mathematically, our universe should be teeming with life. Yet, when we listen to the cosmos, we hear absolute silence. This animated diagram illustrates the Great Filter theory. It proposes a cosmic barrier, or an inevitable disaster, that stops advanced civilizations before they can expand into the stars. The critical question is whether humanity has already survived this filter, or if it is still waiting ahead of us, in the form of a nuclear war or a cataclysmic asteroid strike. Confining our entire species to a single planet leaves us vulnerable to a single catastrophic event. Moving to Mars provides an evolutionary backup plan. The launch window is a major logistical limit. Earth and Mars align closely just once every 26 months. You cannot aim where Mars is now. You calculate a home and transfer orbit, firing toward where Mars will be months in the future. If a calculation is off by a single degree, the spacecraft misses the planet entirely, and the mission must wait over 2 years to try again. Interplanetary travel is an unforgiving game of orbital precision, where there is no margin for error. Even if you land safely, the Martian surface is lethal. There is no oxygen, and temperatures stay around -60 degrees Celsius. There is no magnetic shielding to block radiation, and the low gravity severely degrades human bone over time, and massive, unpredictable dust storms can roll in, completely blocking out the sun's light for months at a time. To deliver the massive cargo needed to survive these elements, SpaceX designed the Starship. Standing 123 meters tall, it is a fully reusable vehicle built for this specific scale of transport. Because humans are too fragile for the initial setup, fleets and autonomous Optimus robots will arrive first, using local resources to construct modular habitats. The first phase of colonizing Mars is a robotics and automated infrastructure project. The ultimate goal is to build the lifeboat before humans ever step inside. Eventually, the plan shifts to terraforming, forcing a dead planet to warm up and release trapped carbon dioxide. Methods include giant orbital mirrors, genetically engineered bacteria, or detonating nuclear weapons. The goal is to melt the ice caps. The financial requirements are staggering. Estimates to fully colonize Mars range up to $1,000 trillion, 10 times the size of the global economy. Some researchers even look to theoretical gravitons to solve the gravity problem. This diagram represents the hypothesized particles that carry the force of gravity. If we could manipulate them, we could create artificial gravity inside a spacecraft. Bridging the gap between speculative physics and viable interplanetary economics is the ultimate hurdle for a sustainable colony. After decades of focus on Mars, Musk recently shifted. He now describes a moon base as his immediate 10-year priority. NASA's Artemis program validates this pivot. What looked like a private dream is now a government-backed initiative. This chart maps out the strategic logic. The moon is only a 3-day journey, allowing for rapid testing of robotics. It also offers the visible results necessary to maintain investor confidence ahead of a SpaceX IPO. The moon pivot is a calculated engineering stepping stone. It provides the proof of concept needed to fund the eventual journey to Mars. Critics label these interplanetary plans as madness, but Musk's methodology, like forcing the Raptor engine team to cut costs by 90% or face termination, mirrors a specific type of historical disruption. Historical shifts are often driven by those who ignore the perceived limits of their time. People widely believed human flight violated the laws of nature, right up until the moment the Wright brothers took off from the sand in 1903. Whether we colonize the moon this decade or Mars in 2050, the ecosystem for our multi-planetary survival is already running. History shows that the greatest leaps are engineered by those willing to attempt the impossible.